east of Socorro, southeast of Corona, near Roswell, New Mexico. In the middle of nowhere, no radio, no telephone. 1947, and I was 12 years old. Here's what's happening, I'm forgetting the words. And I can't skip them. Father was a rancher, east of Socorro, southeast of Corona, near Roswell, New Mexico. In the middle of nowhere, no radio, no telephone. 1947, and I was 12 years old. Big lightning storm one night, beginning of July. We heard an explosion, wondered what, wondered why. Riding out the next morning, over the pasture to check on some sheep. That's when Daddy found it, the big field of weird debris. He brought some of it home, laid it out on the kitchen floor. Bits and pieces of things we'd never seen before. Like foil, but not foil. Like wood, but not wood. Like wire, wax paper, all way much less than it should. And everything was so strong, we couldn't cut it or scrape it. Pliable, unnatural, we couldn't burn or break it. And there were symbols of purple and pink, like a transparent recipe, arranged out in columns, but nothing we could read. A couple days later, Daddy drove into Corona, and there he heard the stories of what had been seen by others near Magdalena, on the plains of San Anselmo. A civil engineer and an archaeological research team found a disc-shaped object surrounded by creatures like human but not human. Round heads, no hair, small features. A military officer drove up and ordered everyone to leave, swore them to silence their patriotic duty. And a couple in Roswell, stargazing from their front porch, watched an object speeding through the night of the big storm, like two inverted saucers glowing from the inside, heading straight for the lightning, right out to where we resided. They say we know what we saw, no rocket, no weather balloon. Why keep it secret? What could we learn? What could we learn? We don't know, but we do know two things. We know what we saw. We know that we are not alone. So Daddy went into Roswell, where he met with the sheriff, who called up the army, who came for my father. forget all about it. He never spoke of it again. Sometimes I'd ask him, Daddy, was it from another planet? Was it something from the future?